welcome back again.
How's it going?
I'm Jacob.
I'm Joey.
So, today is April 2nd. Yesterday was April Fool's Day. April 1st. Did you get fooled by any of the shenanigans going on?
Not at all.
Did you see the Google one? Google Maps?
Yeah, with Pac-Man?
Yeah, that was pretty good. I like that one. I did a zoomed in like right to where our office is located, and then I ran the Pac-Man on that. It was pretty cool. So today we are giving away again another GTX 480, and the way that this is going to work is just like last time. We're not going to say anything on the video because of the delay and such. So what we'll do is we'll post a question in the chat. So make sure you're paying attention to the chat. We'll post a question in the chat at a random time, and the first person to answer it correctly wins.
Okay.
And you get this brand new, never opened, sealed in box GTX 480 shipped directly to your door. So what do we got on the list today? So I think we have another giveaway that's going on.
We do at EVGAgaming.com. We have a giveaway for a Z97 Stinger Wi-Fi edition. So if you visit the page, there's a couple questions you need to answer, and you get put in for basically a chance to win one of those motherboards.
So that's at EVGAgaming.com, right?
Yep, EVGAgaming.com. It should be the first article on the page as of today.
Cool. Okay. We also released speaking of Z97, we released a new BIOS update for all of our Z97 motherboards that add support. There's a couple of fixes in there. The biggest is the support for the the new Intel 750 SSD. It's PCI Express based SSD. Was just announced today. There's plenty of reviews up today. It's really fast.
Yeah, definitely.
Very fast. So, like I said, it's a PCI Express based device. So you plug it into a PCI Express slot, and the new update allows you to actually make that device as a bootable device. It'll still work if you don't have the update, but if you want it to be a bootable device, like your operating system, if you want it to be on that device, on the drive, you need to have the new BIOS update. X99 already has support built in for the 750 SSD, so no issues there on that one.
It's going to be a great addition to the board.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's pretty exciting. Again, check out the reviews of that SSD PCI Express base drive. It's seriously fast, like really fast.
There's like two sizes right now too, right?
Yeah, I think there's two. I can't remember the exact sizes. One of them is significantly larger and thus more expensive. So check those out if you are interested. Another topic that we have is our friends over at Epic Games. Mm-hmm. So they are working on a new Unreal Tournament. I think it's just called Unreal Tournament. That's what it's called today. So we played it on the stream a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't do so hot. So I'm still practicing. So maybe we'll try it again in a couple of weeks, and maybe I'll be better by then.
We ended up hooking them up with some hardware for the game, right?
Yeah. So what they did actually. So the new Unreal Tournament is pretty much, I don't want to say completely, but a huge part of it is community driven. Mm-hmm. Like there's community maps, community skins, community hats, all that kind of stuff. So what they wanted to do was give away some hardware for some of the top contributors in their community. So we worked with Origin PC to build a complete system. I think there's 2 or 3 of them, and they gave those away to some of their top contributors. So hopefully we can see them make even more impressive maps and mods. And I think those have GTX.
They got 980s.
I think they're 980s in there. So
Hadron, a Stinger, and a 980. Pretty good combo.
So if you give the developers the right tools, you can make some impressive stuff. But actually that game looks already pretty incredible, but looking better all the time. So we also have a game to play here. This is kind of a ridiculous game. It's a lot of fun though. It's called Gang Beasts, and
yeah,
you kind of have to just see it to really. So I literally played this game for like 10 minutes, and I think he did too. So
it's gonna be a mess.
None of us are very good at this, but let's try it anyways and see. So this is the game. It's called Gang Beasts, and what it is you can play as 1v1, or it's local It's a local multiplayer game. There's no online multiplayer. It's in Steam Early Access, so it's still in development. So what we're gonna do is 2 players here, and then we like the truck stage. That one was kind of cool.
Matrix style.
Very much like the Matrix. So the goal here is to basically it's to fight each other and to throw each other off of these trucks. So I'm the blue one here.
Yeah, there you go. Oh.
I'm not sure how that. Well, I guess we're
tied.
tied. Yeah, we're tied there. So not a good start for me or you, I guess.
I fell off. Oh.
Well, I guess I'll just stand here then. Oh, there you go.
Right under the tire.
All right. So you can actually lift your opponent and throw them. Whoops. I guess I won.
Yeah.
All right, let's try another one. So let's try another map here.
Yeah.
We were playing this one earlier for a few minutes. And
Something I want to jump over another truck.
let's see, where's that one? Oh, it's called Drive. So let's try this one here. And somebody asked about the game we're playing. It's called Gang Beasts. It's on Steam in early access. So you can punch, you can kick, you can lift, and lift your guy. I think it actually uses the physics to model like the animation systems. It's entirely driven by physics. Well,
Oh no.
I'm the blue. Oh no. Oh
There
no!
you go.
Wow.
Oh.
I somehow lived. Oh great. Oh.
Get in there.
Oh man. That's. All right. Let's try again.
Gotta redeem myself off those trucks.
Did a fatality on me. Oh.
Jump in there.
Oh jeez. Oh man. Yeah. Well, let's try this again. I think this is my last. So it's 3-1, right?
Yeah, now it is.
All right. So here's my last chance. Oh man. Oh man.
Oh,
Oh. Get in there! Oh my god. Oh wow.
Oh.
Sometimes I don't know who's grabbing who.
Oh, there you go. Oh, head first.
Oh man.
What's
All right.
up?
2-1. Here's my comeback. Uh-oh. Oh no! Oh man. Alright, so that was... So I lost that one. So I think we need to do best of 3.
Oh god.
So let's try one more here to see who comes out victorious. So we'll try this one.
Is this? Oh.
This yeah. So this one's a little bit dangerous, but we'll see what happens here. So I'm the blue one. I don't think you can operate these levers. No.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh, no.
Oh man. Well, 2-2.
Glad you're making me walk over you. Oh, no.
Oh, nope.
No, no.
Bye-bye.
Oh.
2-1. Here's my chance. Here's my chance to come back. Oh man. Oh, that's a good start there. Whoa.
Oh, no. By the.
Oh man.
Oh.
You die?
Maybe. I'm not getting back up.
Well, let me see if I can lift you up. There
Oh.
we go.
Wow.
All right, so there we have it.
You reign supreme at Gang Beast.
All right, we'll have a rematch next week.
I hope not.
All right, so that was that. Fun game.
Yeah.
It says it's it says alpha 1.5. So they just released an update to this recently, like a week ago, and that's what reminded me of this game. So I downloaded it and I figured it'd be fun to play. And I won, so it was really great. All right, so next up on the list we have PC Perspective. Last week, I think it was Friday.
Thursday or Friday.
They posted a G-Sync comparison video. They actually compared G-Sync versus FreeSync. So G-Sync is the NVIDIA technology which syncs your refresh rate to your in-game frame rate. It delivers smoother gameplay. You don't have screen tearing. Screen tearing is eliminated. So they did a comparison there, and what they found was G-Sync is actually performs quite a bit better when you get below around 35 frames per second or so. NVIDIA has built in a lot of algorithms into the actual monitor itself to give a better experience when you're below 35 frames per second. So there's a lot of kind of technical information that PC Perspective went over that really details why that is. So I really recommend anyone to check it out who's interested in G-Sync technology. Have you tried out G-Sync before?
Not yet.
So I've tried it out a few times. We tried it at PAX, and I also saw it in the very early days, I think at BlizzCon or something. But it seriously is impressive. Like when you see a G-Sync game at 40 frames per second, it really does fool you. It looks like 60 frames per second.
Yeah.
The smoothness looks like it's running at a much higher frame rate, which I think is really great because that's when you start noticing low frame rates is around like 40-ish frames per second, sometimes even lower. But G-Sync gives a really great experience even at 40 frames per second, and I would say that some people would say maybe 40 frames per second is not necessarily playable, kind of playable, but it's a very good gaming experience even at 40 frames per second on a G-Sync monitor. So it really does make a big difference as far as like input lag goes, and just the overall stuttering and feel of it gives you a much smoother experience. So G-Sync FTW. I really like G-Sync.
There you
a
go.
lot. I really like G-Sync a lot. And in other hardware news, yesterday Gamer Nexus is a website. They do hardware and video game reviews. They posted a review of an EVGA 964 gigabyte card and they compared it to a 2 gigabyte card. So the GTX 960 we offer in 2 gigabytes and 4 gigabytes flavors. The 4 gigabytes may come in handy in certain situations. So Gamer Nexus really put that to the test, and what they found is that in certain games there is a pretty significant performance increase from 2 gigabytes to 4 gigabytes. Assassin's Creed was one of them. I think Battlefield was also another one that showed a pretty decent performance gain, especially your minimum frames per second boosted significantly.
Yeah.
Primarily at the higher resolutions. So for the 4 gigabyte card, yes, there is some situations where you can see a pretty big benefit. But for me, I think the biggest point of the 4 gigabyte card is for those who are running SLI.
Definitely.
I mean, when you have 960s running an SLI, you have a lot of GPU horsepower there. And so you definitely don't want to be bottlenecked by the frame buffer if you are running, especially if you're running higher resolutions. So you can see the biggest benefit there because your minimum and your average frame rates are going to be significantly higher with SLI. So the additional frame buffer can really help in those situations. But even for single card, it does help in certain cases, not all. 1080p, not as much, I would say.
It's more 1440.
It's 1440 and 4K especially. 1080p, there may be a couple of benefits here and there. But on a 960, you may be running outside of your frame rate target anyways, if you're running that high visuals. And then I think now it is time to give away our GTX 480
brand new
in honor of Throwback Thursday. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to post a question in the chat here, and the first person to answer this question correctly wins. So let's see here. All right. So there it goes. Let's see the first.
In honor of Throwback Thursday.
In honor of Throwback Thursday, we'll see who is the first.
Yeah. Oh, there it is, Gumby.
Gumby got it. Biohazard was quick. That was quick. Gumby got it by like a millisecond. So, Gumby, congratulations. You win a brand new, never opened GTX 480. So, please email i1@evga.com to claim your prize.
Yep.
Just put that in here. So I think we have. Maybe we'll give away another one next week.
Maybe. I think we can find
we
a couple
do these
more
on Thursdays, so we have a lot of stuff for Throwback Thursday. That about wraps it up, I think, for this week. We don't have a lot of new things to really talk about. Maybe next week we might have some more stuff to talk about. But actually, one of the things we didn't go over is. So today is the 2nd, so we still a couple weeks out. There's a lot of games coming out this month and next month.
Yeah.
So let's see. On the 14th, I think we have Mortal Kombat X. PC release too, which is really cool. On Mortal Kombat 9, or Mortal Kombat as they called it, there was actually a delay from the console version. So today, day 1, we have PC release of Mortal Kombat X, which they also confirmed is running off of the same engine that the next generation or last generation, whatever you want to call them, Xbox One and PS4, same engine. So there's, I know some people were asking about that. And then on that same day, we have Grand Theft Auto 5 PC.
Yeah.
So
a lot of people want that.
In fact, today they released a 60 frames per second trailer, which looks really awesome. Grand Theft Auto 5 will also come with the new first-person mode, which
that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I think that could be cool. That could be really cool. I know there's been mods for like the older
some crazy
Grand Theft
ones
Auto that can enable first-person mode, but to see it like from first party, I think that could be a really cool thing. And then we also have next month. Is that next month? Witcher? I think so.
Witcher is May 19th.
Okay, so yeah. Next month we have Witcher, and of course we have a bundle going on with a lot of EVGA cards, 960?
960, 970, 980.
Yep, so for those of you who like Witcher, and I know there's a lot of people who do, you can get one for free if you pick up a 960, 970, or 980.
Then there's Carmageddon.
Yeah, Carmageddon comes out later. That's true. Carmageddon comes out later this month. I actually was part of the very, very early, when they first announced it on Kickstarter, because I was a big fan of Carmageddon 1 and Carmageddon 2 way back then. And I'm looking forward to that. It's a cool game. It's different.
Destroying everything while driving around.
It's maybe a bit morbid, but it's a fun game, like just demolition derby style. So it's cool
with rocket launchers.
It has a really, really good. The car modeling is really good, and the damage modeling is really impressive on that game. You can pretty much crinkle the car in like any imaginable way.
Crush it like a can.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. So thanks again for watching. We should be back next week. Hopefully we'll be back next week, but you never know what could happen. But we certainly try to do it shoot every Thursdays at 3 p.m. Pacific time.
Yep.
So thanks again. We'll see you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.